the woman came into the kitchen. She unexpectedly discovered in the trash can the food she had just eaten was actually prepackaged meals bought by her husband. Even the lipstick her husband had prepared for her was in a color she didn't even like. Even more frightening, she even found in the trash can a used contraceptive product. All signs pointed to the fact that her husband might have betrayed her, but the woman couldn't find any real evidence. Helpless, she decided to go to a beauty salon to relax. At that moment, the receptionist was admiring an intimate photo, and the woman clearly saw that the man in the photo was her own husband. The receptionist hurriedly covered her phone when she noticed. At that moment, the woman realized that the receptionist was her husband's mistress. In order not to alert them, the woman deliberately called her husband over. The mistress froze on the spot at the sight. Soon, the woman finished her beauty treatment, and deliberately, in front of the mistress, she acted intimately with her husband. When it was time to pay, she intentionally, right in front of the two, said that she was going on a business trip. And this time, the payment was as high as $5 million. For the sake of her family's happiness, the woman said she would work hard. She even deliberately mocked the mistress, saying that a woman without money, no matter how pretty, was still just a worthless vase. After saying that, she still felt unsatisfied, so she took out a card worth $2 million and gave it to her husband so he could pay off his parents' mortgage. Unexpectedly, the mistress was blinded by greed at the sight of money. She actually called the man after the woman left for her trip, trying to ask him for money. But what they didn't know was that every move they made was being monitored by the woman. It turned out the woman had long discovered her husband's betrayal. To punish them both, the woman began her plan of revenge. First, she spent $1 million to hire a bodyguard to help her. Then she collected evidence of her husband's betrayal. With this evidence in hand, she could completely ruin her husband's reputation. But the woman was not satisfied with just that. She had sacrificed so much for this family, only to be rewarded with betrayal. She not only wanted her husband to lose everything, but also wanted the mistress to pay a price. Saying so, the woman lifted the wallpaper, revealing it was covered with photos of her husband and the mistress. Moreover, the woman had already investigated the mistress's background. In the past, the mistress, in order to have spending money, had even stolen her mother's medical treatment money and indirectly caused her mother's death. Yet even after that, she never repented. She even picked up many bad habits. For money, she gradually walked down a path of no return. Thus, under the woman's provocation, the mistress's greed was once again stirred up. Only then did the bodyguard realize the woman's plan. She wanted the mistress to be charged with burglary, but the bodyguard didn't understand. Would her husband cooperate with this plan? Unexpectedly, the woman was very confident.